With a lot of high-level games coming out or are going to come out in 2022, smaller game companies are having a harder time making the next big hit. And this is especially true for mobile games, I've noticed, because after the groundbreaking technology of Genshin Impact or the unique ideas that Umamusume brought to the table, there is really nothing else that corporations can think of that's original, high-level, and relatively big. Because of that, we've seen absolute garbage-ass copy and paste shit stains as games releasing into the market. Like, we got this shit. It looks like it was probably programmed by a high school freshman for their intro to programming class, to which some cunt decided to put it on the App Store along with 3 terabytes of ads for ad revenue. It's just effortless dumb shit to get a quick buck, because that's what mobile games are devolving into. Then out of nowhere, the guys who made great anime series like Angel Beats, Clannad, and Charlotte just said, hey, we got a game, and goddammit it slaps. Now when you jump into, say, Smash Bros, you expect a fighting game that flows well, and it flows nicely, so you enjoy it. For Pokemon, just put in some cool Pokemon that fight each other and bam, you got yourself a game. Heaven Burns Red is something that I've never seen been developed in gaming history. Actually, that's kind of a lie, because it's a game that revolves around story, and we've seen disasters like Death Stranding do that. The only difference is that this game actually pulls it off really well. The dialogue isn't linear with, hey Mario, go save Princess Peach. It's, yeah, let's eventually save the world from the alien creatures called cancers that destroy 90-something% of the population, but let's do that while we connect with the other 50 characters in the game and make bonds with them, train with them, take baths with them, eat lunch with them, and sometimes even watch them die as they sacrifice their life to save us. When a character dies in Sekiro, it's, well, shit, let's skip the cutscene to get a better PB. But when a character dies in Heaven Burns Red, I actually cried for the first time ever in a video game. It's because the character isn't some side character whose only purpose is to provide plot. It's because they're somebody with a past, and we spent the last couple of weeks with doing all kinds of shit, from going on missions to making a band with. When a character dies, there's meaning, and there's a lingering omen induced in the other characters of the game who needs to live with the fact that their comrade just died in their arms. Playing Heaven Burns Red is like reading a good book or watching a tragic anime that has its sunshine and happy moments occasionally. The dialogue isn't cringe like, Paimon is hungry, with comedic moments shining all the time. And I actually giggled at some of the moments. Just a quick FYI, I rarely laugh at shit, especially from a video game. The amount of comedy anime that made me laugh is like 4 or 5, and you can tell that the years of developing high-level anime series paid off for the developers for this game. We even got a scene where they make a fucking porn reference, and how the fuck is that not funny? Seeing cute anime waifus say some absolute dumb shit and refer to X videos. Heaven Burns Red is like a full anime series plus an entire game. When you explore the military base the protagonist lives in, there's recognizable characters in the background having a conversation with each other. There are other characters that are going on a jog. Sometimes they're thinking of what to buy from the vending machine. The entire world feels so alive and feels like it moves even when you don't move. The background characters don't feel like NPCs whose sole purpose is to sell you potions or give you a side quest. It feels like they have a life and they're just minding their own business. The music absolutely slaps as well, and it feels really energizing when it comes up during difficult boss battles. Have a listen while I show you the high-level art these guys made that would easily make you forget that this is a free mobile game. 戦場で命 The only real issue I would have about this game is the combat. It's kinda long and draggy, but because they're animated so nicely, I don't personally mind. However, the boss battles are fucking Dark Souls bosses. Some of these fuckers are impossible, and once you beat them, you realize there's a second stage, and you just feel like you failed your math final because you didn't realize there was a backside. Enemies being challenging in a game is a positive, usually, because I don't want all games to be Pokemon Sword and Shield. And one of my favorite games of all time is Sekiro, which has many challenging bosses. The issue in Heaven Burns Red is that I feel like there's only a certain way to beat the enemies, and it's really frustrating when you don't have that method on you. For example, here's a boss called Flat Hand that I've spent about a week on, and I still can't beat it because I don't have the right characters for it. This thing is weak to elements like fire and shit, and because it dishes out a lot of damage, the best way to beat it is to kill it quick by stacking buffs on your main attackers and taking out in one fell swoop. So when you look at teams on YouTube or Twitter, you see people saying, "Hey, I beat the boss in under 10 turns. He was so easy, Lamau." And on their teams are 3 fucking buffers and 2 elemental attackers, while my team has 0 buffers and 1 elemental attacker. So I have no possible way to beat this boss unless I grind uber hard, which is just a dumb solution. But this might just be a me problem, like maybe I'm just unlucky, but it's a problem that can be easily fixed once they add more new low rarity characters that have similar skills to the rare ones. But other than that, I can confidently say that this is one of the best games of 2022, if not the best mobile game of 2022. But that's about it. Peace.